Hey guys, this is Norbez here, and welcome to part 2 of our playthrough of Must Love Jaws. I hope you've been enjoying it so far, and let's jump right to it. Last time we left off, we spotted a freshwater shark that doesn't look like other freshwater sharks in Lake Huron, and we're gonna go contact our colleagues to see if they know anything about freshwater sharks we don't. Let's go. We came back to shore. Matt invited me to his fishing shack, a fishing gear shop located next to Sable Beach. Well, that was nice of him. I waited there while he finished tying his trawler boat to the dock. He seemed to be taking forever. I didn't know why he wanted me to wait for him. He seemed to insist on it, though. Eventually he arrived, carrying a ton of books and magazines with him. He set them down. Hey! Just then a customer walked in. Hey Matt, see any more sharks? He spoke in a joking tone. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know there was a male. No sharks. Oh, that's too bad. Good news for the swimmers, though. Yeah. The customer got a couple painted lures and left. What did you want me to wait here for? Matt walked to the door and flipped the "We're open" sign to closed. I wanted to show you something. After recollecting his books, he led me through the employees-only door. Oh, are we going to a new CG? Before we go, I just wanted to point out, I really like the shark map thing over here. And it has a question, is this Matt catching a huge fish, like, back in the day? Or is this, like, recent? Is he a young lad in this picture? I want to know the answer, Katie! Please tell me! Oh, because as you don't know, Katie/Jasmine is the dev of Must Love Jaws. But I want to know, is this him catching a really big fish? I want to know. Slide to the left. No, I'm just kidding. No, that's gorgeous. Oh, that one's even better. Look at that. That's beautiful. The perspective is a little weird though, but it still looks good. I also like the fish over here. Matt lived in the back room of his fishing shack. You shouldn't feel sorry for him about that, though. He seemed to be living quite happily. Is it just me? Did we shift from present to past tense? I don't know. These tanks. I looked at one of the larger 200-gallon ones. Among the school, a small blue and red neon tetras, I saw 2 fish swimming around. Okay, maybe it was just me. That sentence before just seemed a little weird in the way it was worded. They were flat and rounded, with intricate aquamarine stripes and speckles that shined? Shouldn't it be shown? Whatever, in the tank's light. You were keeping discus fish? Yep, I bought a pair, and I'm trying to get them to mate. Hopefully they will. You still haven't told me why you wanted me to wait. He gestured toward the table where he left the books and magazines. I brought a bunch of shark-related books for us to leaf through. I glanced at the barcode stickers they had. Bruce County Public Library. He went all the way to the library, got as much shark literature as you can get your hands on, and then carried them all the way back here? He shrugged. It's only an 8-minute trek. I love that for some reason. That sentence is just gold. I love it. You didn't have to do that. He was that interested in learning more about sharks? But then again, this is Matt. I may not have liked him, not now anyway, but I knew him. This was how his mind worked. Discovering something new in the marine world, finding it fascinating, and wanting to suddenly learn everything about it now. This was simply how he operated. That's interesting. Huh. Okay. I'm kind of wondering if Matt has like a neurological... I don't know. Does he have Asperger's? Like, I'm curious. Katie, tell me. Anyway. Come on, let's look through it. You might learn something you didn't before. Oh, look at that. That's steer it, bucko. I highly doubt that. Oh, hey, that's the shark literature that was on the title. Ecology, taxonomy, anatomy, behavior, conservation. It was all there. As we leafed through pictures of sharks in an oceanology magazine, Matt stopped at a particular photo. It was of a diver in a cage, petting a great white shark underwater. Look how close they are! He had a Cheshire cat grin on his face. I like that description. I want to do this! I know it sounds crazy, but I want to do this. Oh, don't sound crazy. I knew a lady who wanted to swim with dolphins. That's Part of me wanted to agree that, yes, this was indeed crazy. Where do you come up with this fantasies, Matt? Stop acting like a child. You were bad enough when I first met you in person. And yet... You know what? It's possible, dude. It will require a lot of equipment. A diver suit, oxygen tanks, slabs of ox blood and meat. Not to mention the cage itself, but it's possible. It would certainly help us study the shark, the closer up we could see it. Matt's smile grew— Aww, this is adorable. Matt's smile grew wider. You think it's possible with our shark? I shrugged. Who knows? By the way, what shall we name him? Name him? What about Bruce? Bruce? Yeah, befitting, don't you think? We live in Bruce County, and the robotic stunt shark in Jaws is called Bruce by the crew. It's a powerful name for a powerful shark. What do you think? What about... I need to... Okay. I remember way back, when this game first came out, that I randomly tweeted that I wanted to name the shark Mr. Loveykins. But I think I'm going to go with Perri. Perri Jones. Perri Jone. There. What about Perri Jone? Okay, man. Fine by me. So, would you want to do the cage petting thing too? Certainly not. Oh, right. The water... Sorry. Oh, does he have a water phobia? Huh. I mean, I kind of picked up that he might be scared of water, but... I'm glad that you respect his fears, Matt. It's very important to respect people's fears and boundaries. It's alright. I didn't know if I liked the fact that Matt knew I hated the idea of going... Okay. We didn't need this monologue. Well, maybe we needed the second sentence, but not the first sentence. I don't know. I feel like this could have been better phrased. I didn't know if I liked the fact that Matt knew that I hated the idea of going in the water. He would use it against me, making me go out with him onto the lake. But he also understood me better for it, which is more than I could say for most people. That's good. What about films? What about films? I'm trying to think of more ways we can learn about sharks. Shark films! You're so cute. Matt pulled out his phone. He started typing on the search engine. Did you know that there are literally over 100 shark-related disaster films? Literally, man! I looked through the list. They all seem to date back from the 70s, back when Jaws was released, to the present day. The newer they got, the more stupid the present. Friends, are you talking about the Sharknado movies? Oh, I think I see the reference! Two-headed sharks, prehistoric sharks, dinosaur sharks, humanoid sharks, undead sharks, ghost sharks? Ghost sharks? Who comes up with that for a movie? Octopus sharks, genetically engineered sharks? Sharks swimming in the snow? Katie, you gotta tell me! Are these real? Are these real movies? This is hilarious! That is so funny! Oh gosh! And I thought Sharknado 5 sounded odd, dude. I was thinking the same thing. Kindly refrain from calling me that. We're not gonna learn anything useful about sharks from those films. These types of movies always portray sharks as a lot more aggressive than they are in real life. And in reality, we do more harm than they do to us. Yeah, shark fin soup. Shark fin soup. Is this a secret code word between them? What is... Just the words made me sick. Yeah, agreed. You know... excuse me. You know Jaws was based on a novel, right? I didn't. That I know now! I sighed. After the movie came out, the writer, Peter Benchley, decided to research sharks. He hadn't researched them when he wrote the novel. when he discovered how far from reality Jaws was, and how the film affected people's opinions on sharks. He became so horrified that he ended up devoting the rest of his life to the preservation of sharks. Wow, that is super cool! I'm pretty sure this is a real thing, because I never heard of it before, but this is real, right? That is the coolest thing. Like, wow, I really appreciate that. That's really cool. That's very bittersweet. Yeah, sad that people are gonna know more about the movie than about the guy who did awesome things to sharks. As I walked out, I thought about the way that Matt's face lit up at the idea of petting sharks. Though I would not admit it out loud, his attitude had an infectious effect on me. Infectious effect! That's like a tongue twister right there. Before, I was out of ideas on what to write about, what to research. Now, I had something new. I appreciate the new piano track, by the way. I hadn't really learned anything new about sharks from the books I read with Matt. Most of it I already known, but the whole thing had inspired me. Funny, I hadn't felt this inspired to write in ages. I threw my mind back, years ago, to when Matt and I had started our email correspondence. Oh, look at him, he's smiling! Yay! We met online by chance. Excuse me, and started exchanging questions on marine life and the care of freshwater fish. I even showed him my thesis work. Some of them I showed him before I showed them to any academic circles. We liked each other back then. We liked each other a lot, in fact. After a few years of this back and forth-ing, we decided to meet face to face. We instantly disliked each other and lost contact. Aw, that's really sad. But some good came of that meeting. I traveled from Britain to see him, and I decided to stay in Canada permanently after that. But oddly enough, even after I lost contact with Matt, he was still in some sense my ideal reader. When I wrote something in anger, I found myself thinking, would Matt approve? If I wrote something somber, I'd think, would Matt be moved by my words? Or would he point out a flaw in my argument, or tell me to word things another way? I picture him as the faceless text on a screen that I'd known before, not the childlike, childish, wine-wearing man that I now knew. Well, dang. He pushed me to be better in ways he didn't even know. I knew I should go home and immediately contact my mentors and colleagues, but I just felt like writing right now. I decided to go to the beach, to my favorite sitting spot, just for a quick write-up. I couldn't wait. Side note, I appreciate the fact that you took out the beach people that were in the background before. That's cool. That was a good idea. Is that becoming more like Matt? I hope not. That is a very interesting thing. That text on the screen and the person... This is like the Journey of Innocence, like 2.0, I think. That was also about a hardened person getting softer by another person, but I think this is like a much better version of that in a weird way. Oh, I don't mean anything against the writer of the Journey of Innocence. No. I feel like they're probably good people. That a good person, excuse me. That I don't know. I'm kind of rambling right now. I'm gonna stop, but you kind of tapped into some very interesting territory here. Text on the screen versus the personality. Yeah, the different baggage that comes between, like knowing a person for a year online, or growing up with them, or just seeing text on a screen. It's all very different. It's all very interesting. Anyway, I sat down and began writing about Perri Jone. I tried to describe everything I knew about him. His size, shape, color, and behavior, trying to compare and contrast him with different species of shark. I even tried to draw a sketch of him. Shark! There's a shark! I practically broke my pencil in surprise. No, it couldn't be. There was Perri Jone, swimming right to the beach's shore. People were running out of the water in loud panic. It was so uncharacteristic of a shark to come this close to land. Perri Jone was in danger of getting beached. Just then, Matt arrived next to me, who was huffing from running. They found Perri Jone! Slide left. I looked back to where Perri Jone was, but he'd already disappeared. presumably the crowd of panicked tourists had scared him away. I turned back to Matt. What do you suppose the beach is going to do about Perri Jone when they find out? I can't say a 12-foot shark is going to help with tourism. I've been making some calls. The beach manager is going to have a community interview with journalists about Perri Jone. You know, how it'll affect the beach, public safety, etc. We should probably talk to the manager before he interviews with our thoughts on Perri Jone. Yeah. You called? Oh, hello. Wow. You also have a nice Hawaiian shirt like him. And I like your hat. That's very nice. Yeah. Though there's a really strong contrast with her color compared to everyone else's color. Anyway, a woman walked up to us. She was wearing a Hawaiian shirt that somehow managed to be louder than Matt's. I was thinking the same thing. The brightness of her shirt almost made me miss the badge clipped to her collar. Olivia, Sowell beach manager. You're the beach manager? Said Matt, dumbly. That I am. What do you want me for exactly? We wish to speak to you about the shark. Ha! You and every other tourist around here. You can wait until the community meeting, but we need to give you some information before the interview. Info that you'll need. And we're not tourists, we're local. Oh? What sort of information? Matt turned to me as if to ask, do I tell her everything? I nodded. We sort of already knew about the shark. And Chobang? I'm a marine biologist, Dr. Hooper. Excuse me. I'm a marine biologist. Dr. Hooper, I've been studying the shark. You got up close to it? It's a rare breed, possibly undiscovered. It should be left alone by tourists. I'm going to contact my colleagues who are specialists in freshwater shark. They'll probably either want to transport the shark. His name is Perri Jone. I love this guy. Right. They'll probably want to transport Perri Jone or build a net to safely isolate him in a quiet area in Lake Huron away from Sable Beach. Tell the interviewers that. It would also possibly require the beach to temporarily close. Close the lake? It's the middle of July! It sounded like she was trying not to scream. Oh, let me try that again. Close the lake? It's the middle of July! There we go. Now I'm trying not to scream. So, this guy's... I love these people so much. I sighed at Matt's cluelessness. I would have explained it to him if Olivia hadn't jumped in sooner. It's July, summer break! Beachgoers aren't exactly going to be enthusiastic about a Canadian beach in August or September. Even if we're able to reopen before the end of the month, how are the tourists going to feel about the waste of time? Many of them will probably cancel hotel reservations. I can see where your interests lie, Olivia. What a pertinent man. She sighed. I'm spinning plates here. I have to think about Sable Beach financial standing, its reputation, and its safety. Of course, I care about what happens to people. Even in terms of publicity, someone getting eaten by a shark is not going to bring the crowds in. We're actually not that worried about this about Perri Jone eating anyone. Olivia looked puzzled. Sharks don't attack people out of aggression or bloodlust. How am I supposed to convince a crowd of people that sharks aren't scary? That's a good question, ma'am. You're going to have to stress that you plan to humanely isolate the shark from Sable Beach, and that swimmers are not at a huge risk. Once you start to learn about sharks, you'll actually find that they're very beautiful creatures, not scary. No, you're such a beautiful person. They're really a miracle of Sorry, I'm rambling. Oh my god. They're really a miracle of evolution. I smiled. A miracle of evolution. Olivia sighed again. I'll try my best to convince them. I better go. The live broadcast will be starting soon. Already? Yeah, I got moved sooner. I guess the press can't wait to hear what I'll say. And she slides away. Olivia left us. That was a gold conversation right there. I love that. We done all we can. A dark cloud seemed to emanate from a worried-looking Matt, an expression that seemed so strange to him. Before he dismissed whatever thought he had and smiled. I hope so. Aw, you beautiful person. Moving on. Fishing shack. Matt and I stood in front of the portable television. Oh, his portable television. Matt said he had fold-out chairs, but he had apparently, though unsurprisingly, lost them. Matt even closed the shot to ensure he wouldn't be disturbed by customers. We waited for the broadcast to start. I decided to break the silence with something. Did you know there's no such thing as a fish? I was definitely amused by Matt's expression of horror. Hold on again. You've cracked! That brilliant mind of yours has finally gone and snapped like a brittle twig! I smiled. No, it hasn't. Then what do you mean there's no such thing as a fish? What is this? Well, is a cuttlefish a fish? Is a jellyfish a fish? Is a crayfish a fish? I don't know. Is a seahorse a horse? You guys are beautiful. I heard about this from one of my mentors. You see, after a lifetime of studying fish, biologist Stephen J. Gould came to the conclusion that fish haven't got any legs? Would you let me finish? It came to the conclusion that the term fish is meaningless. It has no biological meaning. What? Think of it like this. There are lots of things that fly, bees, vultures, bats, flying lizards, but not all of them are birds, right? Birds are creatures related to each other biologically in some way. But evolutionary, fish have nothing to do with each other. We just call things that swim in the water fish. Whoa. I feel like I'm living a lie now. You sure you have got the right channel? Yes, I think. You always instill such confidence in me. Oh look, it's starting! The all too familiar red and white live icon appeared at the edge of the screen. Matt turned to me. Ha! You see, Mr. Non-Believer! I rolled my eyes and turned back to the screen. That's a weird shot. Okay. I think it's gonna pan up in a minute. The reporter introduced us to a room where the community meeting was taking place in. I summed up all prior events that we already knew about that led up to this moment, and then allowed the camera to focus on the crowd of journalists. One of the witnesses of the shark was this girl who had been swimming at the shore when it appeared next to her. I didn't know a kid had gotten near Perri Jone. Perri Jone had gotten friendly. Was it getting ready to attack you? No, I don't think. Then a woman, presumably the girl's mother, jumped in. I was so scared when I saw my baby so close to it. Ma, I'm 12. I'll be taking questions now. Olivia, as manager of Sowell Beach, what actions do you plan on taking to get rid of the shark? Well, get rid of seemed like the wrong way of putting it. More like, what actions are we going to take, yeah? So, you are going to take action? Well, I've been speaking with a biologist in the field, and he has told me that the shark won't attack people out of aggression or hunger. But what about the shark approaching the child? What was it doing? He was probably curious and trying to play. A sign of friendliness. How can you say that? Mama, you're squishing me, ow! Olivia, are you saying that to avoid the beach from closing? No, I'm just, trying to explain what will be done. How can you ensure the safety of the beachgoers? If the beach closes, what do you think the long-term negative effects will be on tourism? Do you think Sowell Beach will ever be able to recover from it? Especially considering last year's revenue? Hey, how do you get into our bank account? Shoo, journalist, shoo! Ugh. Well, I plan on calling specialists in. You don't need to worry. Newton's first law conversation. Saying you don't need to worry usually makes people worry more. It's a fictional law, but I like to think it derives from a subconscious part of us that remembers that statement being said just before a particular nasty thing happened to us as a child. Like at the dentist. Who knows? Anyway, that was the moment I realized Olivia had just performed the kiss of death. So, what are you going to ask a specialist to do, knowing that you can't leave swimmers at risk, and knowing that closing the beach is not an option? I plan on hiring a specialist to put down the shark? Lady! Did you not hear what the professionals said to you? You crazy! Yeah, I'm flapping my hands because I'm angry. Okay. What? Oh, that was Bernard. I thought that was bad. What? Perri Jone! No! We yelled and snarled at the television screen in outrage. I like how they have different mouths. He's like, ah! And he's like, ugh! I like that. Anyway, there you have it, folks. Matt angrily switched it off. Matt, can I borrow your phone? I've called my colleagues. I said I can't come to collect Perri Jone until 2 days from now. But what about now? What about the immediate future? I mean, did you see all that? The journalist just threw her a bunch of loaded questions. Of course they did. They didn't care about Perri Jone's real temperament. They just wanted an exciting story. A media circus. And now people are gonna go be after Perri Jone. It's not fair. We gotta do something. What can we do? We're gonna have to out a few choice words with Olivia. Oh, snap. I wouldn't have expected Matt to say that. Salty. Hey, you're just staring at the shore. We found Olivia in the crowd surprisingly quickly. Olivia? Dr. Hooper, this is Tristan. He's volunteered to go after the shark for us. Hello, Dr. Hooper. Matt, there you are. You know this guy, Matt? He's a regular at my shack. As Tristan began talking to Matt, I sailed over to Olivia to quietly yell at her. What do you think you're doing? That shark! Should be fine. I've hired a local to pacify the press. It'd be pretty hard to find a specialist shark hunter in Ontario. You! Yes, I'm helping you. Really? Couldn't you have simply, I don't know, told the journalist what we agreed on? It wasn't as simple as that. Yeah, I'm not so sure about that, Olivia. You saw it. I don't want to lose my job over this. She did another one of her sighs. I assume you contacted your scientist buddies to pick up the shark, right? All you have to do is wait until they've come. I doubt Tristan will have done any real damage before then. And if you're wrong? I've done all I'm allowed to do without putting my job on the line. What you do next is up to you. Wow, thanks a lot! I feel the love, Olivia! I feel the love in my heart! Dang, lady. Alright. Good talk. I guess we're gonna stop Perri Jone from being killed. With that, she left. You go handle the tourists and we'll handle the ocean. Matt approached me. Tristan wants to borrow my boat for the trip. And that sounded like it was a question. And I knew what he was really asking. How willing were we to help this guy? I mentally weighed the pros and cons. If we let him rent Matt's boat, that would give us an excuse to talk to him longer. We could possibly convince him not to go after Perri Jone. On the other hand, if we stopped him to use Matt's boat, that would buy us some more time. Tristan would have to look elsewhere. Oh, that's a hard choice. Let me save. Oh, in case you didn't notice, all my save files are black. I don't know why. Also, when I take screenshots, they're all black. It could be an error, but I'm not sure. This is an old save file from, like, way last year. So I'm not sure why these are being weird. But anyway. This is hard. You know what, bro? It's better to be with him than without him. Let him, I mouthed to Matt. Matt looked surprised but didn't argue. Okay, Tristan, let's go. Thanks. Off we go. What are we doing? If we refuse, he would just go to another shop for a boat. At least now we can try to win him over. Oh yeah, good point. See, this is why I latched onto you back at that forum. You think of aspects of things that other people don't even think of. Aw, that's what made your essays awesome. Oh, you are just the sweetest. Ow! I love it. I love it. Oh my gosh. Intro bang! You remember reading my thesis essays? Yeah, man, it wasn't that long ago. But it was before we met. Before we decided to meet. Yeah, and that was a horrible idea. But then again, I guess we shouldn't have cut that meetup short. I don't know about that. But we definitely shouldn't have lost contact online after that. Aw, I agree. Aw, sweethearts! I'm so happy for you! You're friends again! Yay! Oh, that is lovely. Alright guys, I think we're gonna stop here for now. Let me just save one more time. Alright, but I can't think of anything that I want to overanalyze this time around. So I guess there might have been a one-time thing, but I hope you enjoyed it. But yeah, wow, I think the writing really upped itself this time. Though there were some tedious lines in there, I really enjoyed this part. I love it. Aw, I'm really happy. This is a really good friendship story. I'm just... aw. And I really like both Matt and Bernard. They both have, like, their good sides and their bad sides, and they both have good points and bad. But, you know, I think they're both really interesting people. And I really enjoyed playing with them. Like, playing as them. You know what I mean. But, yeah. So, I'm gonna stop here for now, and so... we're going to finish up Must Love Jaws tomorrow, and maybe I'll do some more endings after that, but for now, this is Norbez, signing out, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!